Helen Yee here at the Tenore facility, being joined by the one and only, the fan favorite, Mr. Chito Vera. Always great to see you. And first off, happy belated birthday.
Thank you so much. I mean, life is good. A new year, new champion.
New year, same you though? Except with the belt, right?
Same. I mean, the belt doesn't really should change anybody, but yeah, there will be a new accessory on my collection.
And I know all your fans can't wait to watch that and watch the fight upcoming March 9th, UFC 299. But before I get into that, I saw on your Twitter, your ex, that you also DJ.
I mean, I don't DJ, but I have a record player and I collect cool vinyls. So I've been getting like all rap, all salsa, like Action Bronson's, the album that I used for my first main event walkout song. So that's another rabbit hole how you can spend money because vinyls are expensive, but I love it. It's cool and it's different because when you play the music on the record, you can be changing and forward like you can, but you're forced to really listen to the whole thing. So that's pretty cool.
Well, what's your favorite genre of music? Because you mentioned rap, you mentioned salsa.
I mean, jazz too. I mean, I've been finding some nice Herbie Hancock, Miles Davis album jazz, and those are pretty good too because that's like just like instruments playing over and over. So my favorite right now is the Miles Davis, his album Beaches Brew. That's sick. And I sometimes just lay down on my couch and just listen to records for a few hours, and it's pretty sick.
Yeah, soothes the soul. But then with that being said, though, how do you determine which song to walk out to?
I mean, that's really the hardest thing for me on fights because I really end picking my song like on Wednesday or Thursday on fight week. Just because I got so many options.
So you wait until...
I wait till the very end. And sometimes I change it the last minute too.
Yeah.
That's what Haiti, she works at the UFC, she's like, hey, which one you using? I'm like, please wait till the very end. Sometimes I'm cutting way and I'm still listening to albums, seeing what I'm going to pick. But we'll see. It's going to be something special for sure.
Oh, of course. I mean, UFC 299 for that title. And I know it'll be 2024 now. Will be almost 10 years since you first made your UFC debut, November 2014. I mean, what a full circle moment, right? 10 years later, fighting for the title.
That's crazy. Been on many fights, former champions, newcomers, veterans. I mean, I feel I've been through all, and now this is like a full circle to me, and getting to achieve the belt will be something epic for me. So I'm really excited about it. I'm training my ass off and in great shape, and I can't wait to let it go.
Yeah, and like I mentioned, all your fans can't wait to watch that fight, but we saw how the first fight went down. I saw on your ex, you and Sean kind of went back and forth. You said, I will make him quit, and he was talking about punching you. So how do you kind of predict this rematch playing out?
I mean, I'm just going to go hard. I'm going to step on the gas. I'm going to put pressure and hurt him. I really believe I'm going to make him quit. I really believe I'm going to put the pressure on him and just drown him. And guys like that, when shot hit the fan, they might try a little bit, but they're not willing to really die in there. I'm ready to go. So we'll see what happens. I mean, he replies to everything I post. I never talk to him or reply to him. I don't give a fuck about him. He's a dorky guy. I don't talk to dorks. But it seems like he got a thing with me. He always talk about me. He always reply to me. I mean, who knows? He's a little weird, you know.
So you leave him on red?
Normally, I mean,
Yeah.
I just ignore him. I treat him like a kid. I put my hand on the forehead and I'm like, fuck off, kiddo. Keep moving. Let the adults, the real men handle things. So, I mean, it worked for him in a way, but that's not the way I do business. That's not the way I live my life. So guys like that, I just fucking keep them in the outside of my life.
And like I mentioned, so many fans love you and they're very inspired by you as well. But I know the bantamweight division super stacked. In a fight that's a month before yours, Henry Cejudo and Merab, I mean, you're a great analyst as well. How do you predict that fight's going to play out?
I mean, that's a great fight. I mean, Merab has one way to fight, right? He just hump you for 5 rounds and can be a shitty style, can be ugly to watch, but it's effective. I mean, you have to be real when it comes to like having an opinion on a fight like that. Henry Dorsey he can actually strike. He can move. He moves well. He moves his feet pretty good. And I mean, I don't think no one can match his pedigree of wrestling. I know Aljamain beat him and everything, but also fights are made by styles too. So I have a feeling that Henry could stop him with punches because I don't see him out wrestling him for 5 rounds because at least Aljamain got a better grappling. Seems like Merab Jiu-Jitsu is not as good as Aljamain. Wrestling probably could be around the same, but I don't, because he takes down everybody, but everybody stand back up in all his fights. So I feel like Cejudo can hurt him with punches, but we'll see. I mean, that's just an opinion, right? So what I say probably has to happen.
But your opinion on this Sean Strickland fight and DDP, I mean, you said that was fight of the night for last night.
That was fight of the night. That card was weird. I mean, there was a great prelims, but the main card wasn't too sexy. And then I was like front row for that Strickland fight. I was literally next to them, just fucking screaming, saying, fuck yeah. But I mean...
Could you sense they were about to,
I mean... You don't put someone behind his opponent. You put him positive. And Dana was a man and saying like that was my fault. He didn't blame on any employee. He was like, I picked this cheese. That's my fault. So let's tell you about the man he is. But I mean, it was literally like Sean was on front row, and DDP. They have a tricky name. He was like 2 seats behind. At least putting like 4 seats to the left or to the right or whatever. But nothing happened. They almost killed fucking Dorian's kids though.
Oh yeah. Well, did you see him try to polite?
Can you move, please, and just jump? But those are big men. They fall on top of the kid. They can hurt him.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad no kid was hurt.
That's good too.
That's most important.
I took my kid before to the fights like a daddy-son date.
Yeah.
But now I'd rather either go by myself, go with my coach, go with my wife.
Yeah.
It's not a kid-friendly environment unless you're fighting. I mean, if you're fighting and they want to watch you, that's one thing. But I mean, shit like that can happen. I mean, somebody fuck with me, I'm not gonna insult them. I'm gonna punch in the face.
Yeah.
And if my kid is next to me, that's a pretty gnarly experience.
Like you would punch him in the face anytime, anywhere.
Oh yeah. If another man says the wrong thing to me, I'm fighting you. I'm not gonna talk to you. I'm not gonna push you.
Yeah. You're not gonna wait till the fight night like Sean and Dricus.
Yeah, no. I would do it right there.
Well, speaking of that fight night, though, like I mentioned, great analyst. So how do you see Sean Strickland versus Dricus going down?
Dricus is a really strong guy. Like his striking is not the cleanest. He's not very clean, but he seems to punch hard. Seems to have a strong grappling. But Strickland has been very effective lately, and he put numbers. He can wrestle pretty good too. So, I mean, I know the win over Whittaker is huge, but he's one of my favorite fighters, Whittaker. But he's just a little older now, and he went to war with Easy. He's been on crazy wars.
Wells wars.
Fuck, those can take some years out of your life. So I think I see Strickland winning this fight. Just he's being in front of the younger competition, harder competition, so he might have his feet a little more wet on that side. So we'll see.
But a lot of people can't wait for your fight on March 9th for the bantamweight title. So for all the fans who love you and can't wait to watch you on March 9th, what would you like to let them know?
I mean, we're bringing a real champion, a real man to get the belt, defend it properly, and just lead with the right example.